monster's also injured.
Whoa. So, all right. So they hit a bear that's also limping.
The slowest horror movie ever.
And they're just following them.
This is perfect.
It Follows sequel. She's like, yeah, like, you know, BPEP gets cursed and they're trying to outrun it, but then they hurt their legs and they just have to keep ahead of the thing. She can't see it. And he's like, it's right behind us.
This is great.
We just made $1 million.
We just made someone call up Bloomhouse. We're gonna sell this immediately. We'll just write it. We'll write it on like some sticky notes. They don't care.
Some parchment paper. What does he write on in Confederacy of Dunces?
He has composition notebooks, I thought.
Yeah. I think, he writes on that. So we just turn in a composition notebook that looks like the scribblings of mad people.
That's such a literary deep cut, too, guys. Yeah. Like, that's not a movie. I thought, is it a movie?
No, they tried. Will Ferrell tried, as Galifianakis tried. We could also say that it'll be called The Entertainment, and people watch it and get smiles on their faces that never go away, and they just die of pleasure. Infinite jest. I'm going real pretentious here.
Yeah.
And our script becomes so good that a cult start taking it as like scripture, and they began hunting us down, like in Foucault's Pendulum. That's my favorite.
You're a very well-rounded man.
That's my favorite book, by the way. I like all the pretentious books. I have to keep my mouth shut because when I tell people my favorite books, they're like, "You're pretentious." So I just go, yeah, I don't know. I just read magazines. No, but also in this movie, I like when he said that athletes hit plateaus because a lot of them do. When you get to a certain point, you have to start putting in that extra work to get above where she's at. So I don't know, man. This movie, is she going to be able to swim after this? Because her shoulders bit and her legs bit.
Eventually. I don't think she'd be able to swim immediately, though.
Yeah. If you're on scholarship and you get stuck and attacked by gators, do they take away your scholarship?
I would hope not. That would be a PR nightmare.
Yeah.
Like, I just fought off an army of gators and you're going to kick me off the team? Like, she had no control over what happened. The only thing that could be the problem is that she ignored the police and went in there anyway.
Yeah.
And then they could say, well, you put yourself in this situation. We didn't do this to you.
Can we talk about that a little bit? Like, the police would have come anyway, right? The police were just out patrolling. She said, go check on my dad. So was he going there to check on, like, would he have gone out there had she run the barrier?
I think he would have gone out there either way.
Okay. So we don't have to feel too bad about Wade and Pete getting wiped out.
I mean, I feel bad for them, but not that bad.
I mean, let's see. Pete does do kind of something dumb. He sees that swing set being pulled. I'm going to go look at that. Like,
what's going on over here?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a bozo move. He should be working on the propeller. But I do think what Wade does is smart. He backs up. He doesn't expect the alligator to jump out of the thing. And alligators can jump, by the way. I did math on it. I forget where I did them. I did a dumb data article once about alligators jumping. I write so many of these things, I forget.
Like how far it could jump out of water to grab something?
Yeah, I did a dumb data article about alligators jumping out of water.
Speaking of math, I did figure out how fast a gator swims versus the fastest freestyle swimmer.
Oh, yeah? Who wins?
The gator, 100%. I mean, how did I put this? So, a gator can do what I believe 2.38 meters per second.
Oh, wow, that's fast.
Yeah, it's very, very fast. Let me really quick pull up my notes just to make sure I didn't get anything wrong here.
I need to remember a data article I worked on to get gator facts about jumping out of the water.
I screwed this up. So a gator can go 4.91 meters per second.
Wow.
And it can swim 2.38 meters per second. So it's like no contest. Like, if you're being chased by a gator in the water, they're going to get you.
Now, these gators might have been out of shape.
They could have been out of shape. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
How about, do you like that line where like, go to the wet wall? They're all wet. Like, that got a big laugh in the theater.
That was a really good one. Absolutely.
I mean, that made me so happy. And then there's spiders in this movie. I mean, everything goes wrong for her. And I like how she's also wearing capris too, which makes me happy in Florida. There's so many of those. And then she takes a string and ties it around her leg. That's good. I don't know. In my notes though, I have B-Pep in all caps, kills Gator, all caps. That makes me happy.
With a shovel.
Yeah.
With a shovel.
That makes me so happy. And then alright, the dog doesn't die. What else do we have to even talk? What else do you have anything else for me with this movie?
No, I think we covered it all the things that I wanted to talk about. Again, I really like this film. It's a short, tight, 80 minutes. Go check it out if you haven't. I don't know why you listen to this podcast. If you haven't, you'd have been spoiled like crazy.
And also at the end, the final song, "See You Later, Alligator." That's funny. This movie gets it, man. It just makes me happy. I love it. I have so many notes. I don't even think I've gotten to most of them here. Anything else that you want to cover before we get out of here?
No, we have a draft.
Yes, we do. All right, so
A real draft.
a real draft. So we'll do a draft on. You want to explain what this draft is?
We are doing a draft on movies that involve swimming.
All right, so so we have gators and we have swimming.
Yep.
I love it.
This is good. We just don't have crawling.
Oh. All right, so we got it. We got Dave. All right, so any swimming, right? Anything.
Any swimming.
Wow. So any movie with now we're not going for we just go for random in this, right? We're not going for best, correct?
No. Yeah, I think just movies that you like that have a swimming component to it.
All right, I love that. I got a good list.
Okay.
All right, I'll let you go first though.
Okay.
You're the guest, so you get to go.
My number one pick is probably going to feel like it's out of left field, but I'm picking the original, The Poseidon Adventure.
Ooh.
There is a scene in that movie where a woman swims to save everyone. And additionally, I really, really like that film. Or I did when I was younger. I haven't seen it in a very long time. But yeah, The Poseidon Adventure.
Okay, so Poseidon Adventure. I'm doing Swim Fan.
Good decision. Absolutely.
Listen to the podcast. It's a very weird episode, like most MFF ones, but we get in a very weird conversation about the stalker eating sushi. And it's very odd.
That's very odd. It is very odd.
And it's a long discussion, but it's a necessary discussion. So I just got to say, yeah, just check it out. You'll love it.
Okay. My number 2 draft is a movie called Cabin Boy. There is a character who's trying to swim across, I believe, the ocean, and the cabin boy, played by Chris Elliott, screws up her attempt. That movie also has one of the funniest lines of any movie, and it's or funniest scenes of any movie when there is a giant floating cupcake that spits tobacco.
I've heard this movie is actually a cult classic now, is it not?
It is. It's a cult classic. It has a couple problematic scenes, but overall it is very strange and very funny.
I love it. Is scuba diving considered swimming?
You have to move through the water. I would say so.
All right, so I'm saying Hot Shots Part 2. Because he does not pack oxygen, right? He packs helium. And he starts speaking with a squeaky voice, and he also farts and knocks out a ton of people on a boat. The president.
Oh, that's a good one. I am going to pick the animated version of Beowulf.
Oh, yes.
And I know that's not going to make our final list, but when I went and saw that movie in the theaters, that's like the only part of the movie I remember is him swimming through a storm.
And he kills a giant sea beast and screams his own name.
Yeah. Yes. Beowulf.
Oh, man. That's classic.
I don't know if it's classic, but it's definitely a movie.
Well, that's the best line of that movie. How's that sound?
Oh, yeah, that's true. I remember, what was it, Neil Gaiman in an interview was like, yeah, I could have done better. He wrote it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he wrote the script.
All right. This one's weird, but this is a movie I want people to watch, and it's called The Guard.
What is this?
So The Guard stars Brendan Gleeson and Don Cheadle. It was directed by one of my favorite writers, playwrights, John Michael McDonough. His brother wrote Three Billboards in Bruges, but John Michael McDonough wrote The Guard and War on Everyone, movies I love. And Brendan Gleeson in the movie plays a swimmer, like a former, like maybe a famed swimmer. But this movie, The Guard, it's absolutely funny. It's really well written. Don Cheadle and Brendan Gleeson are perfect together, but it's just weird seeing Brendan Gleeson swim. So I had to add that. He's just a good, I don't know. I just like Brendan Gleeson swimming. It makes me happy.
Okay, I'm gonna have to trust you on that one.
All right.
This one, you might not agree with this one. What about Aquaman?
Oh, yeah, great swimming.
It's all swimming, right?
Nothing but swimming.
Yeah, exactly.
As Willem Dafoe swimming.
He's in some weird stuff.
Yeah, I love it though. He just pops up. Oh, in a light? No, he doesn't do any swimming in the lighthouse. That's a bummer. Yeah,
but he spills the beans.
Yeah, I mean Dolph Lundgren swimming. That gets my vote immediately.
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
Oh man.
On a seahorse, I believe.
I can't believe they didn't give him a shark. Maybe the world would have exploded.
Yeah, that has to be in the second one.
All right. My fourth pick is You Don't Mess with the Zohan.
I have not seen that movie, so you're going to have to tell me about it.
This is going to blow your mind. Judd Apatow and Robert Smigel wrote it. So Judd Apatow, major director, Robert Smigel, who did a lot of Saturday Night Live. It's about Adam Sandler, who plays an Israeli special forces agent who moves to New York to become a hairdresser. However, his nemesis moves over there too, and they spark up their war again. And it's like Adam Sandler shoots hummus to take out a fire. It's just a very weird. I think it's funny. I love the movie, but there's a scene where John Turturro, in one of my favorite roles in an Adam Sandler film ever, gets on a jet ski and he's flying away. Adam Sandler jumps into the water like a dolphin, catches the jet ski, punches it, knocks out the engine. Turturro flies off and goes, "Ah!" Huge thing. Then they're like, neither of them can feel pain. So somehow John Turturro grabs a piranha out of the water and puts it on his ear or nose, feels nothing. Then Adam Sandler takes one and puts it in his pants. And it just starts munching around, and they're both like, "Oh, yeah, no pain, no pain." And so it's one of the weirdest things you'll ever see in your life, but it's great swimming. I'm telling you, man. All right, listen. Obviously, there's Rob Schneider doing he does brownface in it again, which is crazy in 2008. But other than that, it's a really weird movie, and the core concept of it I think is pretty interesting. And it's Sandler acting, like he's really funny in it. So maybe just watch a trailer. I don't know, but I love the swimming scene, so I added that.
Okay. So I have one more left, and this is really hard. I have a bunch of different ones, but I'm going to pull an audible. This one is not actually on my list, but I think it's a crowd pleaser, and that is The Sandlot.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yes.
It's very brief, but it's there.
It's a great pool scene, by the way. Makes me want to add Caddyshack with the Dookie.
Oh, God.
Or Larger Than Life with Bill Murray swimming. My last one, it's kind of boring, but The Reef. Great shark movie, very fun shark movie based on a true story about these 4 swimmers being hunted by a great white. They're trying to get to the Seal Island, and they're just pursued the entire time by a great white. The entire movie swimming.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good movie, and I think it's available to stream on Shudder. Or you can watch it for free on Tubi or Crackle, one of those. But anywhere you can watch it for free right now. So do you want to do one more? Do you have enough? Want to do one more?
I can do one more. Yeah.
What do you got?
Okay, so let's see here. I thought one of us would pick this, and I'm sort of shocked that we didn't, but I kind of understand why. Back to School.
Oh yeah.
With the Triple Lindy. It's diving, but you have to swim in the water, so I guess we could count it.
Yeah, there's some swimming in it, and he's also in a jacuzzi.
Yeah. I think I'm surprised you didn't talk about Deep Blue Sea.
Well, all right. I really wanted to add it, but I just think I talk about it all the time, so I just wanted to do something different. You know what I mean?
I get it. Yeah. For me, I wanted that's similar to that. For me, is The Shape of Water. I didn't include that, even though I feel like maybe I should have. but it's not as much fun as the other ones.
All right, let's see. So I have one left, right?
Yeah.
There are so many. I got some weird ones.